Hey everybody, it's Candy for you here. I wanted to make a video about the minigun and the finals. Season 6 came out, and I've been playing for a bit of Season 5, and I mean, I was here in Year 1, and I like this game a lot, and I want to contribute more content to it because I think this game is awesome, and I want to also spread around some strategies that I use for my heavy weapons, which I'm a heavy main. And the second that the minigun came out, I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's a little bit of a difficult weapon to use. It's certainly not like what I think. I'm a Team Fortress 2 fan, and I love playing heavy, and it's similar to that concept. You got 50 less bullets and a little bit of a. I feel like it's a longer wind-up time. It's been a while since I played Team Fortress, but I'm trying to spread these strategies around so we can talk about it and spread, more, make more content about the game because I love this game. Anyway, so. Quickly, right off the bat, some quick tips for like people who are like completely new to this weapon. The whole basic, you're slow when you're shooting. And when you aim and shoot, you're even slower. So you want to really like pay attention to what you're fighting, because if they're running away from you, I mean, you're not going to catch them. And if you're in a bad position where like a lot of people know you're there, you are most likely not going to win that fight. At least like you can maybe take down one person, but it's going to be a little difficult. So what are some things that you can do to kind of pre-rev your gun, be in a situation where you are also one of the people that shoot first in that? Because when you start firing, your bullets don't come out instantly, and that's a problem when you're fighting literally anybody else who's using a regular weapon, because they will be able to shoot first and kick your ass. So in any situation you want to try and pre-rev this gun, you want to also be familiar with situations where you can be unexpected and drop down onto them while having your gun ready. So remember these situations that you can be in. You can slide and pre-rev your gun. You can get on a, I'll show you now. You can be in the air, or actually I want to do this first. You can be in the air and rev your gun, and while you're on a zipline, you can rev your gun. Anytime you can aim, you want to try and rev your gun. The importance of this is that you want to get used to this so that you can drop down on them without them suspecting you, or slide into like a doorway or something, have that gun ready to mow them down. That's some really quick tip. But you want to kind of put that in your head so you know how to ambush somebody with like a hail of bullets. Lovely stuff. Alright, so now let's go over the gadgets that I use. For me, personally, I don't run the metal loadout only because I don't think that it fits well with the kind of playstyle you want to have with this gun. If you're playing a more offensive heavy that uses any other kind of heavy weapon that can like shoot instantly, I love using the flamethrower, I love using the shack, I love using the akimbo pistols. I always run the dome shield and the RPG, and then I kind of just like use the lock bolt, but then sometimes I use gas grenade. I don't have C4, so that's mainly what I use, but I don't think Dome Shield really works well, and I'll tell you after I talk about the gadgets. But I run gadgets that can basically obscure the opponent's vision and help me create some sort of blockade. So I bring the barricade so that I can block enemies, I can obscure their line of sight. That helps my teammates as well, but it helps me a lot because if I know someone is there, then they don't see me immediately, but if I know they're there, they won't be able to react in time, and I already have my gun out. And a lot of the times you will win a fight as long as you're able to hit your shots. That's hella important with this gun, that you want to be able to get this ready as soon as possible the second you see somebody, because look at how fast it melts a light, like at that range. And unless a medium is really cracked at like hitting headshots, a lot of the times I've been in situations where I will win a fight like from this range. So you want to be able to basically know that they're there before they do. They know you're there, and get that gun as ready as possible. Oh, that's really unfortunate, but I'll still talk because I don't want to stall for time. I got a limited amount of time I'm doing this. Anyway, so what we want to do is do more obscuring. And I brought the smoke grenades because one, that helps me get away from my opponents really quick, and also it reduces line of sight for them when I'm trying to attack them. I use the smoke grenades mainly defensively, but I've been able to use them offensively in a good amount of cases because hopefully this is the same thing with you, but I can stay aware enough that even if I don't have like full line of sight on them, I still kind of know where they are because I mean when I play I use headphones, so I'm not like closely sound whoring, but I'm able to just get a general understanding of where they are. And if I hear somebody, and even if I can't see them, I'll just shoot. Sometimes you can see them in an outline, so it's not like you're completely blind, but that's mainly why I run the smoke grenades. I can still work with them while I'm shooting. I can be offensive with them as well. And I won't say I'm perfect, but I think if you kind of test the strategy out a little more, then you will get somewhere. But the entire point of it is that you want to be, you shouldn't be seen by them. That's really what you want to try and do. And and a lot of the times I've been chased down by a bunch of people. I will turn around, place this down, start running, and then just get out of dodge as soon as possible. And this works like a good amount, but it varies success based on, who you're fighting, obviously. So you got to know your opponent before you start like tossing a bunch of random stuff. And we'll also talk about the RPG for a tiny bit, but I don't need to because it's really self-explanatory. Just shoot, and then just kill them. I don't think it's as useful for this weapon as it is the other ones. However, team play wise, definitely bring an RPG so you can knock down objects, the cash out, enemies, and just damage them ahead of time for your teammates as well. Anyway, so specialization wise, this has been a little difficult for me. One, because I often forget to use my specializations, but also because I don't fully know which one I think is the best for the minigun. I've used all of them kind of, but the one I've been using at least a good amount in the gameplay that I can show is the winch claw, because the winch claw, when you use it, you can kind of give yourself an advantage in shooting when someone sees you, because you'll winch them, they get stuck, and then by the time they get up to you, you'll have like full rev, you can start shooting them down. They're really close, so they'll take a lot of damage. But it depends on who you're doing it with, because if you do it with a light who's super cracked and has a melee weapon, it'll be a little difficult. But if you do it with somebody who's like, doesn't have a close range weapon, they're not like really that good with, like panicking or something. Oops, well, that sucks. Then you can win those fights as long as you keep yourself on a level head as well. So it's pretty good. And I mean the other ones, I've kind of like using the charge and slam, because if someone gets super close to you and they're like super lit, go through them, and this works if you're up against a lot of people who are low. That's what I tried doing. The mesh shield is just good for team play, and the goo gun, I really like using the goo gun normally, but I have yet to figure out whether or not it's good enough for this. I mean, besides setting up cash outs and stuff, I usually use it with the flamethrower because I can kind of force enemies to play a certain way because they have a hard time getting through the goo. But yeah, that's the basic summary of the strategy that I use for this, and I'll show gameplay with this loadout. Hopefully it's gameplay with this loadout, because I think I've changed it a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'll talk over the gameplay that I've got just to show you exactly what my intentions are with these with the gun and how it works in game. Alright, so for the first fight I want to emphasize the art of the escape, which I frantically do at some point during this specific fight. I'm looking to get as much damage as I can early on, and I have my RPG out, but I like mess it up really bad right here. I already take a lot of damage from the fire, but then I like face hit my RPG into the wall. So I use my smokes to obscure my opponent's vision, and I do get away from that first part, but then I get detected. It sucks, but I still use the smokes because, you know, detection is not like absolutely perfect. I know they could still like get a good outline of me, but if they don't see me fully, I still think that's a win. And the smokes were perfect for me because I was able to get away and kind of give myself some regeneration and get a like good reload in. And I sound whore here. Someone tries to ambush me from outside, so I pre-revved my minigun. And you can see that if you have it fully revved and then start quick meleeing, you can still shoot, which I think is crazy. Very good thing. And I give myself some breathing room here. Gotta regenerate health. I gotta reload my RPG and get ready for that next fight, which I think is up against a heavy, and get that damage off. I'm already at an advantage, even if he started firing, like, I mean, I fired first with the RPG, but him firing second with the deagle does not hurt me because I got that big damage off. So we get the cash out in, and we're in a building, and I go straight to setting up defenses. I ended up getting ambushed, but that's no problem because he comes in a little too hard. And I'm still, even if that first guy is dead, I'm still ready to like get into another encounter by like constant revving. But luckily no one's trying to come after us. I actually want to emphasize this clip a lot because I make a lot of mistakes here. This one in particular, I jump down here. One, I'm already detected, so this guy has the full advantage on where I'm at. He's got a health advantage, and I do a insanely stupid mistake by pulling him in when he's got full advantage over me. He can just quick melee me to death. Teammate saves me and gets that kill, but it was super unsatisfying to have that happen. So I want to, like, I still keep making the mistake here, which is kind of overexposing myself. I get that he's the last guy, but I definitely one should have gotten I should have definitely done a better job getting that kill, and two, maybe go back in to set up a little more. But we want to, as a minigun user, you don't want to constantly expose yourself. You want to be the one who is obscured, as I've been saying. You want to know where other people are, so up here I've got a good vantage point where people can see me. Use the smokes to douse the flames, but I still make a massive mistake, especially in this position, because my teammates are unfortunately dying down there, and I'm not doing a great job of helping them. So in my head, I'm kind of like, okay, we'll jump down here, get this kill, but it costs us so much. And look, I'm dead. And that is something that you don't want to do, overexpose yourself. Alright, so this next clip, everyone should know by now that picking your targets correctly is very important. And I do a big mistake. I go for the full health grenade dude at like a major disadvantage when I should have just continued killing that flamethrower guy. So just remember to do that when you get your minigun. I just could not remember that. My bad, guys. Alright, gotta remember to pre-rev that stuff while you're moving really fast. You can do it while jumping, you can do it while ziplining. Anyway, so this guy comes up to me. I think he panics because he tries to block me off, but he's overexposed in a different angle, so I just go down there. Pretty easy stuff right there. Helping my team out by hopefully putting down some smokes to make it harder for enemies to see them. I don't know if that really helps, but it helps me. And these guys are in a fight. This is definitely a perfect third-party weapon. You just mow them down while they accidentally run into you. It's hilarious. Here's another match. I wanted to do this one because I think it has some good stuff here. And we start this encounter off badly, so I go risk it by rezzing my teammate, but I actually hear somebody sneaking up on me. So I pre-rev that minigun, spray him down easily, and I want to commit to this revive. I can still hear somebody, but I'll end up pre-aiming it, seeing if they're going to rush me. Nope. There's no reason why I should really do this encounter, but I hear the invis pop, so I try and like spray, try and cancel it out. My teammate goes to fight somebody, and she's really lit, so I put down a shield. Now that guy comes to us because he has no other choice if he really wants that kill, but he pays for it as well, so we get a trade-off. I'm getting attacked here, and I'm in a really bad position, so I need to get out of here as soon as possible. I don't know why I winch claw. That was just a stupid mistake on my part. Use the barricade to block line of sight and give me cover. Use RPG to get high damage and deter anybody trying to rush me. And I pop that smoke because I want to get out of this chaos as fast as possible. Unfortunately, my teammate dies, but it's quick cash, so I don't want to get team wiped just to waste more time. They come back pretty quick, and I'm trying to relocate myself so I can maybe get some more kills, maybe help my team out when they spawn in. Put down a smoke to cover my landing, see if anyone sees me. And I put myself in a really bad position here, thinking that I could take on a turret and 2 other people, especially at that range. So I run away and I get into a really like bad fight with the shotgunner. Not good range. I lose sight of him. I use too many smokes. Definitely don't want to over rely on those. And my quick melee button gets in the way of me getting another kill. I'm going to emphasize this clip for the positioning importance and just situational awareness. That right here we start off, I don't do a good RPG. We get this guy, but it doesn't go well because my teammate ends up dying. I want to prioritize the revive because I don't see anybody here. I'll end up covering myself with a smoke. But the enemy team, I think, ends up doing a better strategy and revives the rest of the team and ends up pushing me and my teammate with all their team. And they overcommit, and I actually get a kill. And so I want to escape as fast as possible. So I put a barricade down. Hopefully they don't see me or try to push me. And I put a smoke for extra good measure, but I go up, which exposes me heavily to another pink and the orange guy I didn't want seeing me. So that was not good on my part. And for this final clip, I go up here for the minigun, absolutely shred this guy in the back, and I set up here because I know this is a good position. I see that someone's trying to flank me, invis, so I wait for the shimmer and then spray a little bit so I can expose him. He jumps down. I should have been better about getting this kill, but I do get it eventually. And I know that I'm going to win this fight against 2 people because I'm already pre-revved, and up against them when they're both lit, they are absolutely going to lose this fight. Anyway, so that's really it for this video. I hope this strategy, or this type of strategy, can fit you well. But I made it because I wanted to spread more strategies about the minigun around. Because, I mean, I know that this is not really the best kind of weapon. And I think it definitely needs some buffing in terms of the movement. But I think other than that, I think it's a pretty fun weapon. And I like that it exists in this game, and I'm glad they put it in. So the more variety, the better. And the more we share strategies, I think the better we all can be as players at the end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave any comments regarding feedback on how I did the video, how the strategies go for you, and what your opinion is about what I've been talking about. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a good day. Goodbye.
Proved runway ready by beating the competition in this match.